Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's February 17th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the state of California here, the Hawaiian Islands to the bottom left. There goes our frontal system. It's already bringing rainfall to much of the coastal areas here, and we're going to continue this precipitation as we go through the day today. Moderate at times, especially north of the Bay Area. And then we've got the more sinister storm out here. You can see it forming northeast of the Hawaiian Islands. This one is going to park off our coastline here and bring us an extended round of some wave activity, some heavy rainfall. We've upgraded some areas to moderate risk in the excessive rainfall outlook, big mountains, snows, and we have a severe weather threat with this as well, especially across some of the interior valley areas, including Sacramento, Stockton, maybe even up a bit further north. Some thunderstorm potential over the next few days as well. We'll look at all this information as we go through the video here this morning. Potential for strong winds exists today, tomorrow, and Monday, especially with that second storm system rolling in here. You see some of these nice gusts rolling in here up over 50 miles per hour, potentially locally. And storm number one, this is today. It's going to pick up across some of the valley areas and across the Bay Area as we go through this afternoon. Check it out, 45 for Sacramento. Locally, I wouldn't be surprised to see a 50-plus mile per hour gust as well. So it could have some moderate impacts there, and it could have some trees down and some power outages as well. Now, current hazards, much of the state, or a big significant portion of it, is under a flood watch. There's a lot of wind advisories underneath this as well. And some of these winter storm warnings go all the way out through Wednesday, as well as these flood watches. This is day one excessive rainfall outlook. This is the storm system rolling in now. Slight risk north of the Bay Area here, Northern California. So heads up for that. You're going to have that bout of heavy rainfall potentially going all the way on in through this afternoon. Tomorrow, check it out. We start to introduce the moderate down towards Point Conception here. It starts to creep towards Santa Barbara and Ventura County. And you can see the slight risk includes some of the valley areas tomorrow as well. Then day three, we keep that moderate going with some impressive precipitation amounts running back into the transverse ranges here. The slight continues all the way up the coastal areas as well, as the low is going to be spinning off the coastline here. And this is going to be Monday. There's also going to be convection, some hail, and some flash flooding with some heavy rain locally across some of the area as well as we go through the day Monday. I'll show you more on that here in a moment. Day four, excessive rainfall outlook all the way down through Los Angeles, getting towards Orange County here as well. And then we got the token moderate out here as the storm system finally kicks on through as we go through the day Wednesday. Pretty intense storm sequence incoming here, folks. And again, just showing you the flood watch for many areas exists all the way on in through 10 a.m. Wednesday. You could have some urban and small stream flooding at times as well. And watch out if you live in any burn scar areas or if you live in any complex terrain, which really includes much of Highway 1 up and down the coastline here. And now the high surf advisory. We have the potential for some pretty significant coastal erosion or some coastal flooding also. And you can see some of these breakers up to 28 feet. This goes through Sunday, 4 p.m. But probably the better wave action is actually incoming here on Monday. And I'll be going through Tuesday morning as well for much of the Bay Area all the way down towards Southern California. Heavy snow. Winter storm warnings all the way on and through Wednesday. Winter weather advisories in the meantime. You can see the forecast here. Look at this. Sunday p.m. to Wednesday a.m., 1 to 2 feet above 5,500 feet, up to 4 feet at the mountain peaks. Heaviest Monday, wind gusting to 55 miles per hour and definitely higher across some of the higher exposed ridges as well. So check before you go. Chain controls are likely. Road closures are possible, and the visibility is going to be really bad out there. So try to put off your travel if you can, maybe to Thursday. Now, taking a look here, this is what's been going on since midnight. And you can see some of these gusts up over 60 miles per hour and some areas up over 50. Hasn't come into the Bay Area or the valley areas just yet, or the Bay Area. It'll be picking up as we go through the day today. Some of the higher terrain has been gusty already as we speak right now, but that should be on the increase, and it's going to continue tomorrow and on in through Monday as well. So winter storm warning for the southern Sierra Nevada, above 6,000 feet. Look at this, 1 to 2 feet from 6 to 7 and 2 to 4 feet above 7,000 feet. This goes all the way on in through Wednesday morning. So yeah, you might want to delay your travel plans if you can. Now, a few strong thunderstorms possible Monday, along with some severe storms. You can see right now Modesto and Stockton are included. There is a tornado threat with this as well, but the biggest threat is going to be the flash flooding and the winds and probably some of the hail as well. But there is a tornado threat also, and this goes all the way in through Monday evening, starts just afternoon on the day Monday. So extended storm event Saturday through Wednesday, Southern California, high risk, take action, especially Santa Barbara and Ventura County, and you could see several feet of snow above 7,000 feet. feet. And again, significant flooding is possible. Some gusty winds, high surf, and coastal flooding. And yeah, be prepared for that because there's probably going to be some beach erosion in some places also, especially along the central coast. And we'll look at that now. This is hot off the presses, the European, the 12Z run. This is the wave action rolling in. You can see that really gets going through tonight and on into tomorrow morning, some increased wave action. But look at storm number 2, which is even stronger. And look as we roll on in through late Monday morning into Monday afternoon and evening, just some really huge wave action here. Big Sur all the way down Point Conception, Southern California, and probably north of the Bay Area as well. So that is the time frame to be watching that. The waves stay extended all the way on in through Tuesday morning also. So yeah, big time storm incoming here, folks. This is looking at the European hot off the presses. I waited to do this video so we could look at this data. You can see the frontal system rolling in. You see that moderate to heavy rainfall just continuing across some of Northern California as we go through the day today, highlighting some of the coastal areas here, San Luis Obispo, up towards Big Sur and up towards the Bay Area. And then that rain starts to fall across Southern California. It doesn't show it being too heavy just yet, but storm number 2 is hot on its heels. You can see it bringing another bout of heavy rain for areas of Bay Area northward and then slamming into Point Conception here and really starting to pick up the rainfall rates across Southern California through Sunday night into Monday. And look at this, some of the interior areas getting some heavy rains as well. And then the big snowfall started across the Sierra Nevada as we go through Monday. And look at this, it's got this atmospheric river just pounding back into the transverse ranges, Santa Barbara, Ventura County, Oxnard areas. Be prepared. Know your escape routes now. You guys know the drill. It's very saturated out there. And if this trains over any one given area, you know the drill. Landslides, mud flows, debris flows. And then we scroll off into the future, and it even wants to bring another system in here as we go towards next weekend, but we'll worry about that later. Taking a look at the waters off the coast, again, pretty substantially warm here, above normal. So that's going to add to some of the low-level instability here, and they can even help out the atmospheric river action, bringing some intense rainfall amounts, and that's going to help out the convective potential on Monday as well. So let's look at the surface-based CAPE here on the North American Model 12Z run, put it into motion, and you can see it will be accompanying that frontal system as we go through today and tonight, and then we go on into tomorrow. We're going to destabilize a bit here, and that again could help some of that locally heavy rainfall as we go through tomorrow. And then on Monday, look at the destabilization take place across some of the valley areas. Look at this, just kind of wild, and we're going to have a nice turning the atmosphere, some low level wind shear here with some very cold air aloft riding back up over this low pressure just brings up some very rich moisture ahead of it. Now taking a look at significant tornado parameters. So if we scroll through the next couple of days here we go on into Sunday. Destabilize a bit here, but that's not going to be the show. The show is going to be on the day Monday, and you'll clearly see it as we start to go through the afternoon hours here. Look at this, some pretty significant tornado parameters will be in place here, anywhere from Modesto northbound across the valley areas. Now, look at the European model. Nice CAPE profile, and you can see how the winds are out of the southwest at the surface, and they turn to southerly and eventually southwesterly. And you can see it in the photograph here, and there's going to be a lot of low-level instability around as well. So will not be surprised to see a tornado report or 3 on the day Monday. Now, here we go. The North American model, you can see it, the possible hazard type, it just plain says tornado. It's not even marginal tornado. Pretty impressive here. Southeast winds, nice turning the atmosphere. And again, a very dynamic CAPE profile with the 3 CAPE, which means the lower level instability is going to be quite strong with this setup here as we go through the day Monday. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station to record all this crazy weather we get here across the Southwest USA, click on that link down below to save 10% off. Snow levels. So maybe dipping down to 5,000 feet. Probably that's the lowest they're going to get here over the next few days during this storm system, but they should generally be between 6,000 and 7,000 feet. However, find out, Donner Pass here is about 7,200 feet. So you can see it is going to get blasted at times here as we go through Wednesday. This is day 1 thunderstorm outlook. Today, you can see a thunderstorm out there. As you can see, day 2 tomorrow, it creeps a little bit further south. And day 3, you can see this Severe Prediction Center. They've definitely been paying attention here. You can see Sacramento right in the bullseye of it here. And there is a tornado potential here with that as well as hail, gusty winds, and flash flooding. Now, if we look at the National Blend of Models here, let's let this play through and you can see what goes on today, kind of priming the Central Coast and some of Northern California for additional heavy rainfall. Storm system number 2 rolls in here as we go through the day Sunday. Look at some of the Central Coast, really getting some huge amounts. And again, the transverse ranges are just going to be absolutely blasted here again. Moderate risk is in effect out there right now. And I may be flying down here tomorrow for this as well. I may chase the tornado threat, maybe some of the coastal craziness with the big wave action as you go on in through Monday night. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, big rainfall is incoming here, folks, and we do have flooding potential for a good portion of the state, as you saw at the beginning of this video. Here's total snow in inches, just kind of showing you the snow is going to be confined to the higher terrain here. As we talked about, the big amount should be above 6,000 feet, but you can't rule out some as you go across Southern California also. Mainly the very highest peaks, however, but some pretty good amounts, though. You saw that, maybe 2 to 4 feet for some locations above 7. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. This goes through February 26th. Bullseye here across California still ongoing. Monthly temperature outlook. I showed this the last couple of days as well. This is for March 2024. Above average, kind of highlighting the Pacific Northwest. But this is kind of note. You can see March 2024. Are we going to continue our wet streak here across California? We'll see. But you can kind of see the Climate Prediction Center is pointing to it. But yeah, interesting style. I may come down for that because that's a pretty good tornado threat going on across California. And they do happen, especially across some of the valley areas, kind of a classic setup here. So I may have to come down and see that and then go watch some of the wave action or maybe some of the flooding down towards Southern California. We'll see how that goes. If I do, I will be live streaming much of the time, so hopefully you guys can join me for that. And if not, I will be doing my normal briefings daily, but I may miss a briefing here if we go on in towards Monday, but I will be doing some live streaming here and we can do some Q&A when we got some downtime as well. So anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow and I will talk to you guys then.